Majesty's invite forth Countess Inez.
Your Majesties, I am approaching. Your Majesties, Highnesses, Excellencies, assembled Excellencies, and most esteemed populace. I come to ask with great humility and pride that we have today a ceremony of affirmation for Mistress Saraswati. She was elevated to the Laurel in our decoronation in COVID, one of several peers that we made that was not able to have the traditional ceremony. And so it's not begging a boon, but I would humbly ask your Majesties for the honor of having this ceremony for her.
We are very happy to grant your request. We hope that others will come forward who did not have this experience in their SCA career due to factors beyond their control. We hope that others will take heart and ask if this can be done for them, because we are very pleased to be able to provide it. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Your Majesties call forth Chivalry Saraswati.
Welcome, Mistress. This is somewhat unorthodox, so we enter into the ceremony somewhat further in from the very beginning. No boon is necessary to beg, but we wish you to have all the testimonials that are common in other careers. So, is
there a royal peer? Come forth.
I, your Majesties, by coincidence, by Mistress Saraswati to speak, which is a distinctive honor, with your permission, just for better words. When His Excellency and I made the decision to elevate Saraswati to become a Laurel, it was with our hope that she would be the exact person that I can say with confidence she is 3 years later. Which is remarkable. I can testify to this fact. She is a kind person. She has, as all must in the Laurelites, a level of excellence, a level of knowledge within her specific arts of illumination and calligraphy. And yet, in addition to this, she has an aura of kindness that allows others to enter in and fall in love with her art. Because mastery without the touch of wonder that can be shared is not always mastery that is elevated into the Laurel. And so we were distinctly honored to see that combination of skills in her, and I am pleased to report that she has continued to share her knowledge and talents. She continues to be someone that people wish to learn from, and that I see no stopping in her in her character, in her ability to continue to further this art. And so when I speak to her nobility of character, it is clear to me that she is, as she was that day in January 2020, a person most worthy of being a Laurel. And I am so thankful to have had the honor to play the role of the crown, to speak for the kingdom, to make that decision, and yet she made that decision by living as a peer, and she was recognized.
Is there a member of the Order of Chivalry who would speak to please?
I, Master John Ingingham the Fool, am not a member of the Order of Chivalry. However, I have been granted permission to read this missive from my knight, Sir Ish Talisho Shito. Sir Ish writes, I am sorry that I cannot be with you this day, but I send these words to speak of the true chivalry of Saraswati. Some have heard this story before. Long ago, when Saraswati was a new rapier fighter, we first met in tourney. It was fought warlord style, and in the second round I had at my side my youngest child, as we had faced each other in the first round. I fear I do not remember who Saraswati had at her side. I was fighting left-handed, as my right arm was still healing from a mundane injury. When our partners double killed, Saraswati took my left arm. At that moment, I did not want to let down my child. I put my sword in the injured right arm and braced it against me. I dodged Saraswati's next shot and spun, hitting Saraswati way too hard in the process, as I could not make my arm give. She took the shot, and I would later find that she was quite shocked that I would hit her like that, for she had heard only good things about me. It was my error that she fought on at my side by the rules of the tourney, being courteous at all times. It was after this that Saraswati demonstrated the virtue that befits any member of the chivalry even more. Following the tournament, she remained truly reverent and generous to me. Indeed, Saraswati would not tell me for many years how I had bruised her on that shot. Instead, she gave me another chance. And so, we became the dearest of friends. Your Majesties, in addition to her amazing artistic talents, Saraswati is a pillar of chivalry, and is indeed my peer, Ish Talish Oshita.
Is there a member of the Order of the Pelican who would come forward?
Your Majesties, if I might, have a letter from Master Wilhelm Hall. I thank your Majesties for this opportunity to speak on the service, art, and inspiration of Saraswati Manikam. The service that exemplifies the peer is of direct benefit to the kingdom and the society, gifted selflessly over years of toil. In the Middle Kingdom, so richly endowed with gifted and prolific scribes and illuminators, truly, the wisdom of the crown is required to discern the line between art and service. I could speak to artworks produced by Saraswati and gifted by sovereigns to honor hundreds of worthy recipients. I could speak of kingdoms beyond these borders who have benefited similarly from Saraswati's labors and art. I could speak of the inspiration Saraswati has kindled in others by her dazzling creations of non-European illuminations and scripts that now adorn the walls of worthy persons throughout the known world. I will speak instead of her influence upon me. In partnership over more than a decade, she and I have created dozens of miniature scrolls which range from the dimensions of a modern playing card to a postage stamp and wearable as a piece of jewelry. The cover scrolls, which your Majesties are rumored to be favored of, originated entirely in the cutwork scrolls of Saraswati. Indeed, the highest compliment I have ever received as a scribe is the misattribution of my work as that of Saraswati Manikam. I therefore commend her to your majesties with all of my heart.
Is there a master of defense who will speak to her honor and courage?
There is, Your Majesty. However, she is unable to attend, and I have been asked to chair her. It's been that kind of a day, Your Majesty. Your Majesty, I, Master Azrael Lefay, Master of Defense, have been granted the honor of speaking for Saraswati. Although I can't be there in physical form, know that I am there in spirit. There are some people you know first by their face, their aesthetic, or pleasant greeting. And then there are the people that you know because their work has shined so brightly. By the time you meet them, you are so impressed by their presence, they feel otherworldly. Saraswati is one of these magical people. As winning a tournament on the list field can display prowess in fighting, so can the skill of brush strokes on a page represent prowess in art. Her beautiful illuminations were how I met her. However, getting to know her better only solidified her sweet spirit and qualities that befit one of the highest merits of our kingdom. I personally had the privilege to be a recipient of one of her scrolls, and even thinking about it now, I get warm fuzzies. Her knowledge of historical style, fine detail, and balance of occasional humor to elevate her scrolls, and in turn, elevate our kingdom. May she continue to spread joyfulness through her beautiful art and welcoming smile to others now as the peer of the realm that I and so many others already see her as. Perhaps Azrael wrote this several years ago. I wholeheartedly congratulate her as a member of your Order of the Laurel. Laurel, you are the
Call the Order of the Laurel.
Masters and mistresses of the Laurel, present yourself before their majesty.